All right. Did you hear that? It's early in the morning. We're going to do testing some irons. Welcome back to the McGolf Shop. Jim McCleary here, not at the McGolf Shop. I am in Williamsport, Ohio at the Crown Hill Golf Club. Crown Hill is in the middle of a rural area and is literally surrounded by farmland. And it is a very nice layout. Ohio's had some very high heat, very dry, and a lot of golf courses have gotten crunchy and brown. These guys have had paid attention and they survived quite a bit of it. They've done very, very well. So what are we testing today? We're testing the Callaway Apex. The Callaway Apex, there is a new Apex with a new naming, maybe? A new naming, and this is the AI 200 and the AI 300. They're both built in the same fashion, they just have different looks and appearances. Isn't that the same thing, looks and appearances? I guess it is. So anyway, the A200 is more of the players, or what would have been the old Pro, where the 300 would have been the regular model. The 300 has a little more offset, a slightly wider sole, where the 200 has a little bit shorter blade length, a little bit less offset, and has more of the, and they both have that hollow body look to them, where they're not so much cavity as they are muscle with a small cavity, or even just a blade look, a really kind of funky blade look to them. Now, how are they made? Well, they're both made in the same fashion. They both sport cup face technology, which means that the face is basically like this and it goes on here, so your connection to the club is not on the face but into the body. All right, they also are employing urethane microspheres. The urethane microspheres is to give it a little softer feel, deaden some of the sound, and then they're using the MIM, which is this where they put the metal and they're milling it and they're putting more weight at the bottom so they get these traditional flights. Now today what we've put in them is both, they're the DG Dynamic Gold mid 100s, all right, and in the mid 100 in the 200 and a mid 90 in the A300, so we can have a little bit of a difference here to see how they're going to perform. So we're going to go put ourselves in some playing positions and we're going to hit them, and let's go see how they do. All right, we're here on number 10. It's a 514 par 5. And of course, I did not hit my first shot this close because that would have been a mammoth shot. But we're about 175. I got my 7-iron. This is the A200. This is the Players Club. And I've got the Dynamic Gold mid 100 in it. And I've got this is a neat little fitting tool now where they have adjustments much like they have for the driver in order to go flat or to go upright or to make it stronger, to make it weaker. Right now I've just got it plain and simply on the standard shot, and we're 175 in, and let's see how this is going to work. We're going to be talking about the A200 in between all the shots. The A200 is what would be kind of like the Pro versus the standard model. The Pro has a little bit of offset, a thinner top line. It is a hollow body iron using the cup face technology, the urethane microspheres, the weights that get underneath, and this MIM. And the MIM is basically a weighting system that allows the swing weights to be adjusted and for you to get the weight underneath the ball. Now in the 200, you're going to see this is going to be a degree weaker, and traditionally will come in with the DG 100 mid. Now these mid shafts are actually a deal. I wasn't much of a DG person, but these DG mids are a real player. Also coming with these are the Patriot grips, or they're like the Patriot grips without the cord. These are more of your player structure, so they will have a modicum of offset, but you'll see that here in just a moment. So if you're looking for that player's look, you would still like that forgiveness, these are the kind of irons that you would like. Now let's go hit some more. Of course, when you get over the ball, it's got more of a player's stance and profile. The top is rounded. The top line is rounded. It looks really good. Kind of a compact blade. I like the way that it sets up. The standard grip is it's a Golf Pride grip, but it's like the Patriot grip without any cord, and it's got a really nice tack to it. go. And I'm on the green. So it hit pretty decent. Again, I think I thinned it a little bit, but it bounced right where I wanted it to go. It got up where I wanted to go. And I got it, you know, I got in the bottom of the club, but it still felt pretty good. The feedback is what we wanted. And so let's go finish this out. Okay, we're on my nemesis hole, and this is total uphill. It's about a 2 club shortage because of the sheer change in elevation. And so I am I am 150 yards out with my 7-iron. This time we're going to hit the AI 300, and it has the Dynamic Gold Mid 90 in it. Now the difference here, as you can see when you compare it against the two, that the 300 has a little more offset, a little more generous sole, but a little bit more of that hollow body look again. And it's just real confidence giving at address for those that are just in that in-between kind of setup. So again, we're thinking 165 to 170-ish carry, and we're at 150 plus the 2. So hopefully this gets on the green. Uneven lie, this ought to be really cool. So now this one, you can tell has a little bit more offset on it. The top line is just a hair thicker, but they've beveled it out to try and thin a little bit. Not a bad look. Well, I like that one. Straight, easy, from an uphill lie, and I'm on the green. I don't know what you're not going to like about that. All right, we're interrupting this finely tuned program in order to tell you about the Apex 300. Now, the Apex 300, like the 200 brother, is a little more forgiving. It's slightly larger, slightly wider sole, a degree stronger, a little more offset, and a thicker top line. It has all the same technologies as the cup face, the urethane microspheres, the MEMS, the whole 9 yards. And you'll see that. I'm going to throw up a chart later on in the video for you to see. Now, this will come with, in the steel shaft, the DG Mid 90. I tend to like that shaft. I like a 90-gram shaft. It tends to work for me, and the mid is not a flimsy kind of shaft. That'll keep with you. Now, as an alternate, for those of you that like graphite, in both models, the Recoil Dart 70. Now, as I've said in the past, I really do like the Recoil Dart, and this one seems to be a proprietary shaft for them. So I would give them a shot if you're looking to reduce vibration or you just want to lighten the club just a little bit. Let's go hit some more golf balls. All right, the 7-iron did pretty good. It feels great, right? The way that it comes off the club, even if you're a little bit off center or low, is still pretty soft. It gave you the feedback that you knew that if you were hitting it incorrectly, or at least not in the best spot of the club. And from that far distance, I'm still standing here on the green. Fix your divots, because I did that. And I've got about a 20-footer for a birdie. So the clubs are working pretty good. All right, I'm holing 14. It's a 500-yard par. It is about a 500-yard par 5. However, I'm standing. I figured, you know what? Let's try it. I'm at about 190 yards. I got a straight shot. I got a clear fairway. I got a 7-iron. What are the odds? Probably 0. But we're going to stand on one and just see whether or not this thing reacts very well. So this time I picked up I still got the A300 in my hand. And we're going to try and see if we can't push this one onto the green. I know it is a pipe dream, but we always want to try this. We always got to man up on one, so let's see what happens. Well, I think I'm on the green. I think I'm on the green. I think I'm on the green. All right, this is hole number 17. It's going to be probably one of the last chances we get to do any of this stuff. We're back to the Apex A200 with the DG Mid 100. And this is a 163, but it's downhill. So unlike trying to nuke one to that 190, 195 like I did with the 300, we're going to try and finesse one in with the 200 and see whether or not we can get on the green. So in this particular instance, I'm going to choke down about an inch, maybe a little bit more, see if we can make that happen. Stay on. Okay, it looks to be on the right-hand side of the green on the lower front. Not a bad shot for a guy falling off of it, but nice feel, nice solid feel. These clubs have really got it going on. They're doing a pretty good job. So the Apex 7 iron hits very, very solid. It's been hitting solid all day. It's got the distance for sure. It's got the finesse for sure. Because look at us, we're landing on the green on this downhill slight draw for me, and everything slopes away. So you want to hit up in here. So I've already fixed my divot, and we're sitting in pretty good shape. Now, it's a pretty far putt, but it's still a chance for, although a small chance, for birdie, most likely a par. So we got one more, and let's close this thing up. Well, maybe for birdie. Now I gotta like them tap-in pars. Tap-in pars. The wife's gonna make me say it's because she's here with me, and that's true. Another par. Gotta like this golfing with the wife thing, huh? Or on the camera. All right, let's go one more. On number 18, Crown Hill. Again, thank you to Crown Hill for allowing me to shoot on their golf course. It's in really great shape. Wilmington, Ohio, Crown Hill Golf Club. It's surviving the heat, and they're doing a pretty good job of maintaining the course. In fact, they're doing a very good job of maintaining the course. Looks great. What we have here is an elevated shot down into a green. We got to contend with a pond. That pond tends to gobble up a lot of golf balls because people are so afraid of it. So I'm setting myself out at 175 with a 7 iron. You were gonna go back to the 200 and see if we can't throw one on here from here. Now we're not done talking. We're gonna go back into the shop and we're gonna talk about specs and more construction. So let me hit this one and let's go back to the shop. All right, I'm on the green, not near the flag, but I cleared the water, got it on there, got on the green. We're still putting for birdie. All right, last one, guys. I swear. We're back in the shop, and we've been a while off the course, and I decided to hit it in front of a launch monitor to see which one holds up. And what we're seeing here is that my the Apex 300 with the 90-gram shaft went the furthest. Why did it go the furthest? I hit it the best by a tick, not by a lot, but by a tick. Now, as you saw in the course, I also hit it pretty doggone good. A little bit of offset for me in this particular instance is working pretty good. What comes in second? Comes in second is the A200 with the recoil shaft. Slightly lighter, a little bit more control, and it was actually a little bit tighter. Now, why did that do like it did? Well, it had a little bit more spin, and it got out there, and it was just a yard or two behind that. In third place comes my Gamer. It's a little more predictable. Obviously, it's my Gamer. And then the last one was another 200 with the 100 shaft. I totally believe the reason being is I had one really, I'll say, average to poor shot in there. Otherwise, the groupings would have been more. I do like this mid shaft that comes in this club. I would not be afraid of it for somebody looking for that 100 or that 90-gram shaft. They all hit in pretty much about the same area. Now, looks, feel, that whole 9 yards. Well, the looks, they look great. I'm a big Callaway Apex fan, so that's what you're going to get from me. I do like the technology. I like the idea of the cup face. I've always liked the cup face technology. The one thing that really will scare people away is maybe there would be the idea of a hot spot. Now, I hit these more than what you saw on the video itself, and I didn't get that. What I got was a consistency across the face, and that could be from the AI that's helping build these clubs now. I hit a few bad ones, I hit a few really good ones, but they all went predictably into the same area that I would want them to go. Just like playing around a game, just a game of golf, right? And they would do that. The sound, the feel of them is exactly as expected. It was that soft forged club, had that forgiveness that we all want, and it has that cool factor of looking like a blade-ish club in the bag. So if you're looking for something like that, go get fit. Go try this out, because they have that new fitting system, what I'm calling the Iron Opti Fit, that allows them to adjust lie angles right then and there without having to switch clubs out, so you know you're going to get that same feel and just a different adjustment without having to go to a bending machine, the whole 9 yards. Actually a really neat little system, and it doesn't impact the swing weight. So as always, hopefully you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends and your buddies. Let's get these subscribers up. And as always, let's see your scores. Go low.